Hello, this is Joe on Relationships. I was trying to think of what I can do for today's podcast. And this is airing in the beginning of August for people who may hear it later on in the year. But considering that I'm recording this when soap operas are on and it could be 1 o'clock or 12:30 or 1:30 or wherever soap operas air around the world. And I know some of your significant others may, man or female or whatever you call yourself, watch soap operas. And yes, it's on. It could be, it could be Days of Our Lives. It could be General Hospital. Even Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful. So this podcast is the arguments that ensue when your significant other is trying to watch the show and you want to talk during it. Now, if your significant other and you're trying to watch the show and the other one wants to talk, or it's the other way around, I don't know. That's what this podcast is about. We all have our shows that we want to watch, rather it's recorded or not. I mean, let's just say I'm watching my show. It's like what I find valuable is, if you watch the show with your significant other, you could talk about it. You could do whatever. But if you're talking about something else, you're a public enemy number one. Yeah, I will say that. I'm gonna show, for example, my mom. And anyone knows, if they've been watching a certain soap opera for years, yeah, they're like, you know what, this is my time. I worked, I paid the price, and this is my time to watch soap opera. Nothing's gonna stop me. but it's like, when the Young and the Restless is on, or Bold and the Beautiful, it's like, you know what? That's my time to watch a show. So, my dad, my dad, he knows that my mom watches soap operas and stuff like that, but, he's, retiring, and, like, he's retired now, and, he is starting to understand that, that's my mom's time. Like, before he worked, he didn't really, know that, that part, but now he knows, he's aware that's my mom's time. And, guys being guys, or significant others being significant others, we want their attention, but I mean, this is what I found out, and this could not just be soap operas, this could be other shows. It's like, it doesn't hurt to watch what your significant other watches. It doesn't hurt. I mean, I remember the beginning, you know, with certain shows, like, my significant other now watches America's Got Talent, or shows like that. I would say, you know, the singing shows. Voice or something like that. I don't know, but Dancing with the Stars or stuff like that. It's like, instead of having a negative perspective, that's what I do. Instead of having a negative perspective, it's like, I don't want to watch this right now. That's the worst thing to say to your loved one who very much loves the show. I do like watching the show, and if I see an act that is proverbially crap, I will mention it. I am not bashful. Even in the soap operas, if I see something that, is like, if I don't like somebody in the show, I will let her know I don't like this person. For example, in The Restless, there's a character named Tara, and there's a character named Sally. Sally, I'm sticking up for. She doesn't like Sally. But yet, there's a character in the show, Tara, that I can't stand. I mean, there's something about her that bugs me, but she's sticking up for her, and, like, she thinks she's a good character. Now, I mean, I don't think she's a bad character, but I don't know. It's like, it's like friendly, it's like a, couple debates like that, but I was hearing stuff where Sheila might be coming back. I'm happy about that. She always added something to the show for Bold and the Beautiful, so I don't know. So, I mean, it's like, but, what do you do? It's like, my dad, he's accepting the part that's my mom's time. That's my mom's time. It's like, you could, what's the saying? What's that saying? If you can't beat 'em, join 'em. That's the saying. I remember in the beginning, I was like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta write, whatever. No. It's like, I remember I liked wrestling, but right now, I can't stand watching wrestling. I don't know what it is. It's at least with the WWE, it's like their storylines have gone crappy. Pardon my language. And it's not the wrestlers. The wrestlers are good. I mean, you think the wrestlers can't draw, but if they were trained like the olden days, if they had a manager, if they had a mouthpiece, or something like that to draw the plot lines, it's like, back in the day, they had it, but they don't. I don't know. That's just my perspective. I mean, if anything, I like more so the National Wrestling Alliance, but that's besides the point. AEW is good, but it's reminding me of how WCW was, and I'm like more, I guess I like seeing the younger guys, but the younger talent, I should say, but I don't know. I'm getting off the topic here. supposed to talk about couples and couples and watching shows. It's like, she'll she'll give in some time. She'll watch some of my shows. It's like, she was like very happy seeing, when we were watching the show on A&E about the artifacts of wrestling. I mean, she was interested in that show. You have different memorabilia for the time and different parts in wrestling history. It was very interesting. It told a story. Um, I wasn't happy about the fact that they did whatever they did with Ric Flair. I mean, it was wrong. They charged him, 2 items and about $60,000 for a rope that was gonna, go in the Hall of Fame for wrestling, and it's gonna go in their museum when they put it up. It's just, that's like, pardon my language. I don't. I know they want money, but it's just besides the point. I don't know, but it's like, you watch something, it's compromising again. Like, I know I mentioned it earlier, but it's compromising. It's like, you watch a lot of shows with her. Eventually, she's gonna want to watch shows with you, and it's like, you don't overstay your welcome. It's just, you balance it out. You have shows that you want to watch. It's like, I've given up watching all my wrestling for WWE except certain shows, and I keep it like that. And I like Young Rock. So yeah, she likes her shows, and I like some of her shows. So it's like, we trade off. So that's what I say. It's a trade off. It's like, you're not gonna win it every time, and don't expect to win if you're the guy in the relationship or someone else. Like, and you're not gonna win all the time in a relationship. You're not. It's just not gonna happen. And sometimes when you win, you lose. Sometimes when you lose, you win. So it's like, you could, give in, or you don't have to give in at all. I don't know. That's what I say. But you're gonna have to, face the consequences. So that's what I've got to say. How do you handle it? Well, if you're a guy and she wants you to be around in the picture, just go do something, read a book, work on your stuff, and like, that's another topic for another day, I would say. But especially going on a laptop. But I'm gonna discuss about that, and that's pretty much it. It's gonna be a shorter podcast today. But that's what it is. I'm going to do a shorter podcast. I'm not going to advertise anything today. This is a special, non-advertised version for Patreon. If you go on Spreaker, I know there's commercials that are aired before or after, but I know that on Patreon it's gonna be specifically without the commercials today. So have a good day, and thank you for watching Joe on relationships. Have a very good day. Follow me or be a supporter on my Patreon page. We're also on Spreaker, and we're also on Facebook too for those who wanna see us on Facebook. Check out the Joseph Valdi Network somewhere on Facebook. So have a good day. Take care.